Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live. It's Thursday night. It is May 14th, and I appreciate you being here as always. And because it's the midweek one, that means I'm not bringing any of the three kids down tonight, but that's okay. We'll go for about 45 minutes or so. And thank you. Usually I do these on Wednesday night, but because of my interview with Sat from Sportsnet 650 yesterday, I want to rest my voice a little bit for tonight. And as you guys know, on Monday, I was basically losing my voice already, so that wasn't the best start to the week. So you want to hit the thumbs up button. I would certainly not complain. And I want to thank you, whether you're watching locally, in my neighborhood in Steveston, in the same city of Richmond, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent. I appreciate you being here. I know that you could be doing anything else right now, yet you are here with me tonight. So I appreciate that very much. And we'll see how things go. I will do a very quick intro because we're not waiting for any of the kids to come down. We can just start talking here, and I can talk about a couple of things that I've been up to this week and then get right into your questions, and we can chat with each other a little bit. All right, so basically what I've been up to is, I guess I checked in with you last on Sunday. It's been a full week of work, not work of week. Been a full week of work. I'm not studying for my master's right now, so I'm lucky that I have a lot of free time, but I'm actually quite busy with planning some stuff for my church. It's my pastor's 50th anniversary this weekend of being ordained as a priest, so that's a big thing for him. So we're planning a couple things for him. Then it came to the vlog. I know this morning I released my interview with Satyar Shah of Sportsnet 650. So hopefully you get a chance to watch that. He's a bright dude. He's very nice, very insightful, very articulate, and I really enjoyed my time chatting with Sat. And many of you reach out to me either on YouTube or on Twitter saying that you appreciate these videos, these interviews. I say thank you. You've complimented me on my interviewing skills, which I appreciate. I think I'm a good listener. That's what it is. So I try and, not just, I have my set questions I want to ask, but I try and engage with whoever I'm speaking with, of course, and not just rattle off question, answer, but actually engage in what the guest is saying to me. So thank you. I want to keep going with these about once a week. Twice a week was getting to be a lot because it takes up a lot of time, both setting up the interview, actually doing the interviewing, and then editing it and then posting. So once a week seems to be good, and I will always be open to your suggestions as to whom I should invite. A couple of things that I talked about this week. One of them was TSN releasing their all-time Canucks team, and some really interesting picks, especially Naslin and Bertuzzi flanking Trevor Linden, kind of cool. And of course, you have Lou Wongo and Kirk McLean as your goaltender. So TSN released that list. That was pretty cool, and we had some good discussion on that on one of my vlogs. And also, I've been watching The Last Dance, Michael Jordan's The Last Dance, and I threw out that question: is there an NHL equivalent to Michael Jordan? And many people said, no, there's not an equivalent to Michael Jordan. But others said, if you had to pick one, is it Wayne Gretzky because of his dominance, as Jordan was dominant? Or was it someone like Mark Messier or Steve Yzerman because of their leadership and their will to win? Someone old school like Gordie Howe or Bobby Orr, or a lot of people actually picked Mario Lemieux and Sidney Crosby as well, the two Pittsburgh Penguin centers, because of their competitive nature as well. Yeah, it's a tough comparison. In basketball, one player, one of five on the court, can play all 48 minutes or 44 or 45 of the 48 minutes. You could be much more dominant in basketball than you are in hockey, because hockey can't play the whole 60 minutes. You're one of 18 skaters or one of 20 guys dressed for the game. So there's a lot of different nuances, but there are a lot of similar ones too. And Michael Jordan, obviously unparalleled in his skill, his desire, his competitive nature, and his will to win. So that was interesting as well. So basically, those were my vlogs for the week. It was the TSN top seven, the TSN all-time Canucks team on Monday. It was Michael Jordan and NHL comparables on Tuesday. Then I can't even remember what I vlogged about yesterday. Sven Berchi. Sven Berchi is the other one who wants a shot in the NHL. Not going to get it with the Canucks. So we talked about, what could be is he going to have a future in the league, not just with the Canucks, but in the NHL overall? Again, Sven Berchi, proud player, proud man, wants to contribute and not getting the chance to do so. And in Vancouver, he's carrying a $3.36 million cap hit. So that's something to think about for next year. And of course, today's interview was Sat. So those are my 4 vlogs for this week. I appreciate all the feedback on all of them. I hit my 5-minute mark just about right on time. So let's get to what your questions are right now. All right, let's start off. Alfred. Hey, Clay. I enjoyed your chat with Sat. He's a really chill guy. How are you and your family doing? My day was all right, but it will end on a positive note. GLCBC. Thanks, Alfred. I appreciate your kind words as always. I hope you are doing well as well. We're doing fine. Thank you. Gail, still busy with teaching. Interested to see what the Minister of Education says tomorrow about a return to school in June. Seems kind of weird to go back for a month, but I recognize that there are a lot of different families in different situations. And my son Sean, the one at UBC, started a summer semester, going to do two courses, get them out of the way, so that's good. Jacob in grade 11, still doing fine, still doing a lot of church stuff with me. Kayla in grade 7, doing fine as well. And then for me, yeah, I've been good. No studying, but I've been working on some other creative things. And if you follow me either on Twitter, on Instagram, or Facebook, because it was the Survivor finale last night, I've watched all 40 seasons, all 20 years of Survivor. My family, my kids always bug me. They think that Gail would be a much better Survivor contestant than me, which I don't think is true. I think I'd be fine. Gail's a good swimmer and she's got a good stomach, like good digestive system. She's not afraid to eat stuff. She's very resourceful. She's very bright. She's very sweet, an introvert. So that might be good. That might be bad for a game. I know me, I suck at swimming. I probably drown in the first swimming challenge, but I like to talk. I like to build relationships. And I think I can play the diplomatic, political game a little bit, but maybe I get all my stories mixed up and then maybe they vote me out for being too loud. So who knows? But on poll, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Gail is leading all three social media apps when I ask the question, who would be a better Survivor contestant? So maybe I'll vlog about that one day because I'm not thrilled with the results, but I'll survive. So things are good. Thanks, Alfred. HSM Fangirl, hey Clay, keep up the great work on the YouTube channel. Hope you had a great day. I did. Thank you, and thank you for your positive messages all the time. I appreciate that. Justin, hey Clay, I'm going to sleep now. It's late in Texas. Go Canucks. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm glad that Justin popped in and then said hi, and then he's on his way back. And speaking of on his way out, I know Dexter just popped in and said, hey Clay, just thought I'd stop in and say hi. I'm camping right now. I'm using data because the Wi-Fi is bad where I am, so I won't be able to stay for long. So Dexter, thank you. I missed you were you there on Sunday? I can't remember. All these days blur. But the fact that you're camping and you made time to even say hello, that's really, really cool, Dexter. So don't use up your data. Don't waste your data on me. And you were there on Sunday. My apologies. Now you probably want to hang up on me. So don't waste your data on me. But let me know where you're camping. Dexter, where are you camping right now? And how busy is it? Actually, where you are, I'm very curious, and then I'll pop back. So Dexter, where are you camping? Where are you camping? Meanwhile, I'll scroll back up while you answer that. And if Dexter doesn't answer that in time, that's fine. I'll get to it when I get to it. Dexter, where are you camping in 5, 4, 3? Riverbend Campground in Parksville. All right, Dexter, stay safe. Thanks for popping on. I hope you have a really good time camping. You said the campsite's pretty full. Yeah, I presume it's going to be pretty full heading into the weekend. I hope everyone is smart out there. HSM Fangirl, it looks like MLB is going to return soon, I hope, as they just announced their COVID-19 testing plan. Yes, indeed, they are. I know they're talking about testing players multiple times a week. Anyone that fails a test has to go into quarantine and then pass 2 tests before they can play again. But that's all I know. I didn't read all about it, but I know that part. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Obviously, every sports league wants to see what other leagues are doing because it'll have an indirect or direct effect on them as well. Alfred, Horgan is trying to push for BC as the hub for all the remaining regular season games. What are your thoughts? Yeah, I heard a bit about that. And I know Jeff Patterson was saying that it seems kind of, it doesn't make sense because, actually, I don't know his reason. I just saw the headline. So maybe, would players want to be put in a remote area of BC? Or maybe we're just talking about Lower Mainland, right? You have touched about this already. You have Rogers Arena, you have UBC, you have Langley Event Center, you have Pacific Coliseum, and then you have a bunch of community rinks, but you can also go out to different communities. Yeah, Alfred, that's interesting. Push for BC as the hub for all the remaining regular season games. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. I don't think it's smart for, the NHL saves, 30 cents on the dollar being up here in Canada, but I think they'll want to spread it out a little bit so it's not just one city or one team or one province represented. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see where that goes, if anywhere. Rome, hello everyone. Hello Rome, thanks for being here. Fernando, hi Clay. Hello Fernando, thanks for being here. Jarhead, good seeing you, Clay. You too, Jarhead. Thanks for your nice comments as always. Edmund, hey Clay, do you think BC is reopening things too early? And I was kidding about my answer about who would do well in Survivor. I would choose you. That's very kind of you, Edmund. That's fine. It's all in good fun. Do I think BC is reopening things too early? No, I don't think it's too early as long as people are smart, right? And that's the thing. Like Dr. Bonnie Henry cannot cover every single factor in every single specific instance. So a lot of the onus is on the residents of BC themselves to make smart decisions and to use their common sense. Yeah, you always worry a little bit about what could happen if people aren't that smart. We've seen what happened in South Korea with that one weekend clubbing spree and now putting thousands in jeopardy. So we'll see. As much as I'm a social person, as much as I love visiting and having people over, I'm not in a huge rush to do that. If it happens this weekend, if they announce something tomorrow, then that's fine. If not, I'll be okay with that. But no, I don't think it's reopening things too early. I just hope and pray that people are smart as they go. Edmund, Stan Woodby and Columbus Blue Jacket backed out of a trade. I think, I've heard a couple of stories about, trades that were close for Berchi, but at this point, I would take anything you can get for him because you lose that $3.5 million off the cap, and you might get some sort of asset, even if it's a lower one for sure. Jarhead, you play some basketball, Clay? I saw you at Dolphin Park Classic once. Oh, that's cool. Dolphin Park Classic, for anyone I'm not sure, one of very historic basketball tournaments, 3-on-3, 4-on-4 outdoor basketball tournament in Richmond every summer, every August. No, it's every July. It's every August. Is it July or August? I know it's soon. So it's always a really, really good time. And is it July or August? Jarhead, remind me if it's July, August, or if it's in the spring. I can't remember now when the Dolphin Classic is actually. But yeah, it's a great basketball tournament, outdoor, 4-on-4. And yeah, I go every year. So Jarhead, the next time I'm there, make sure you say hi to me for sure. And I love that. It's July. Thank you. I love basketball. I'm not that good at it. I can't go left. I'm a decent dribbler. I'm an okay shooter. Good passer. I think if anything, I'm a good passer and I work hard, but I'm not the best shooter. I'm not the best dribbler, and I'm only 5'6", and not that. I used to have a really good vertical actually, and I used to be a good athlete, and believe it or not, in university and high school, but not so much now as a 45-year-old middle-aged dad. But so I'm not the best rebounder either because I simply don't jump that high. So really, I guess my strengths are working hard and passing, if that's good enough. But I do love basketball. I love volleyball. Volleyball is probably the sport I'm most skilled at, is volleyball. I love bowling, as you guys know. I play softball, roller hockey, and basketball, all those things. Good question. Thanks, Jarhead. Fernando, what do you think of a 24 playoff, 2014 playoff? I'm fine with that, especially if they're going straight to playoffs. Then you get all the way to the 11th and 12th place teams, right, in each division. So there's less fret. And then for the 7 teams that don't make it, you don't make them like work out and have a training camp for nothing for it's a waste of time. So I'm okay with the 24 playoff team. Adds more interest, adds more money, but it'd be interesting. Obviously, they probably keep 1 to 12 seeded, and then what am I talking about? They'd probably keep 1 to 8 seeded, and then 9 to 24 you play down to another 8 teams from there, and then you have your that doesn't add up either. Now I think about it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1 to 8 get a bye, then 9 to 24 play off against each other. You get 8 winners out of those 16 teams, and now you have your top 16. So I'm open to it. I think it's really important that the NHL really tries to explore all options, including 16, 20, and 24 playoff teams. Edmund, I hate to say it, but I see Taves being a true leader when Chicago Blackhawks were contenders. Taves was a beast for them, along with Kane, to be similar to Jordan's leadership. Yep, you're not the only person that says Jonathan Taves, and not just because they're both Chicago franchises. I like Taves a lot, despite that he played for Chicago, plays for Chicago. It's such a thorn in the Canucks side. I have a really high respect for Jonathan Taves. I think he's a really strong player, really smart player, and we saw his determination in that game 7, the 2 series that they beat us, 2009, 2010. I think game 7, even when in a losing cause, he was the reason why they made it to overtime to give the Canucks some scares in that game. So yeah, I like Taves a lot. I think he's good. Rome, hi Clay. Who's the last NHL player to retire who is older than you are? Is this As soon as he retired, you were older than every single player playing at the time. Who was older than me? I'm going to go, is it Gordie Howe? Has anyone else played past 45 years old? Rome, type out the answer. I think that's a trivia question, right? There's an actual answer. You're not asking me to name something. Oh, Edmund says Chelios. That's true too. I'm going to go Gordie Howe and then Chris Chelios. That's good, Edmund. And then Alfred says Jagger. I don't know. I know Gordie played until he's, over 8 decades. So that means he's at least 70, but I'm not sure if that's what you're getting at. Okay, but let's see. Let's see what you say, Rome, if you have an answer for me. Good question, unless you're making fun of my age, which is fine. Justin, hi, Clay. Hope you and your family are well. Thank you. We are. Hope you are too. If the NHL resumes and Vancouver is chosen as host city, do you think that would benefit the Canucks more with home ice advantage than if it was elsewhere? So here's an interesting thing, Justin. That's a great question. I've also heard that you might not play in your home city. So let's say Vancouver was considered a hub city. There's a chance that they don't have Vancouver play here, which is kind of counterintuitive when it comes to saving money and travel, but it does thwart the whole issue of home ice advantage. So for instance, Vancouver or Edmonton could host the Central Division, and maybe the Atlantic and Metropolitan, because they're all on the East Coast, maybe those two divisions switch. So we'll see. But yeah, no, of course it would be a home ice advantage, but I actually don't think that would happen, Justin. I've heard talk of you not playing in your home city. So the big lure of Vancouver being a hub city is at least we'd see hockey, but it might not be the Canucks actually. Good question. There's Dexter saying that he's camping. That's cool. Jarhead, you do great on Survivor, but well, thank you, Jarhead. I'd like to think so, although not so good with bugs, not so good with eating stuff that I'm not comfortable with. Can't swim, so that's already 3 bad ones. But I do think I can play the social game very well as long as I know when to keep my mouth shut, which is sometimes a problem for me. But thank you. Dexter was there on Sunday. Cool. Ryan, Clay, hope you're doing well, brother. I am, Ryan. I hope you are well as well. Did you start work yet, or is that soon? Dexter, campsite pretty full in Parksville. Very good. Hope everyone's smart, like I said. Jarhead, hey, Clay, did you ever collect hockey cards? If so, what's your most valuable card? Mine is an Yzerman rookie. Yeah, Jarhead, I did collect cards. And I have a couple Gretzky. I have at least one Gretzky rookie card. Now, I think they're all in the safe company of my mom. My mom was technically the one who would buy the cards and then help me and my brother collect them when we were younger. But yeah, my most valuable was a Wayne Gretzky card for sure. But I did collect them, played them, scrambled them, tried to win them at school, playing those silly, flick the cards against the whatchamacallit, against the wall type games. But yeah, I should talk to my mom and see where all those cards are. But I wasn't a massive collector, but I remember for a few years we would do the checklist and try and get complete sets for sure. Edmund, curious, are your kids expected to finish the school year online, like for Jacob and your daughter? That's a great question, Edmund. I'm going to find out more tomorrow. I always thought that for high school, it sounds like they're going to finish online. So that's Jacob. For elementary school, I heard K to 5 or K to 6 will be going back to school partially in June, which is kind of weird. So as Kayla's a grade 7, I think she's fully preparing to finish her year online, but we'll probably know more tomorrow. Good question. Jamie, Sports Talk and more. Hey, Clay, how's it going with you, buddy? I'm great, Jamie. I hope you are well as well. Jarhead, regarding being a good athlete, I believe it time catches up with us all. Jarhead, you speak like an old soul, but I have a feeling you're like way younger than I am. Jarhead, if you want to share how old you are, if you're brave enough, go ahead. But yes, thank you. I was a decent athlete. Not an amazing athlete, but I was a good athlete for sure. Jamie, hey Clay, did Mickey get his haircut? He did indeed. I'd show you, but he's not down here. But yes, Mickey did get his haircut. I think he's cute. My wife thinks he's really cute. The boys and Kayla, not so much, but he's always cute, right? But yeah, his hair, he needed a haircut badly, and I'm glad that the groomer was open today. So that worked out well. But thank you for asking. He looks cute. Edmund, Chris Chelios, he played a long time. Jagger, Howe was 51. So Rome says, Chelios was the last player to retire who was older than I was. I never felt too old as long as Chelios was playing. That's good. Rob, I think he meant who was the last player to retire that was older than you on the day he retired. Yeah, it's okay. Regardless, semantics, it's fine. I know Chelios was old. Ryan, no, I haven't started looking like another 3 to 6 weeks now. Oh, that's too bad, Ryan. I know you were hoping for the end of May, but I guess that's not going to happen. So hopefully it's still you'll still have a job waiting for you when you get back, man. I really do. Edmund, I remember you wanted to focus on fitness. I'd say kettlebells would be good. Cardio and strength from it. Yep, I like kettlebells. We have a whole full set of dumbbells here, and I know there's a bunch of online workouts. But thank you, Edmund. Yeah, no, I want to. Obviously, I can't play team sports right now, so I have to look at other ways to do that. Michael, who is your all-time Canuck? All-time, I've always said that my favorite Canucks player has always been Roberto Luongo. I liked his competitive nature. I liked how friendly he was as he got to the later part of his career here in Vancouver. I thought he was obviously an outstanding player, won the gold medal. Too bad he didn't win the Stanley Cup. But I've always liked Luongo, and I told the story before how we wrote a parody song for him, a tribute song. He actually wrote me back on Twitter saying thank you for the song and how touching it was. So I've always liked him. Before Luongo, back in the day, I was a big, I liked Patrick Sundstrom. I liked Tony Tanti, and then that moved to Pavel Bure, Linden. But I think Roberto Luongo is my favorite all-time Canuck. Jarhead, I'm in your generation, grew up in the 80s. Okay, that's cool. So whether you grew up in the 80s like you were a teen in the 80s, then you're like me. If you were an elementary school kid in the 80s, then you're a little bit younger than me. And if you were already like a young adult in the 80s, then you're older than me. So that's good. So at least I got a ballpark. That's cool. Oh, there you go. 94 Canucks run was in my grad year. Okay, so we're 2 years apart. The 92, I grad in 92, you grad in 94. That's awesome. And I presume you're talking about high school. Edmund, going back to all-time Canuck, I'm shocked Jovanovski didn't make it, but he was really injury prone. Yeah, Edmund, Jovanovski was injury prone, and he was very high risk, high reward. He's very good, and maybe he's like the 7th or 8th defenseman on that team. So, yeah, I know there's a couple other people who said Jovo should have been on there. Very exciting player for sure. Alfred, who is your favorite Canucks coach of all time? Mine was AV. Yeah, I think Alain Vigneault was the best. He was good with the media. He protected his players, and obviously a brilliant coach, good sense of humor. So I would agree with you. Mine was Alain Vigneault as well. Ryan, I've golfed 3 days in a row. Got to look at the upside of this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ryan, where are you golfing? What courses? But that's pretty cool. And hopefully you've been safe. I'm sure you've been safe as you've been golfing. That's awesome. Edmund, I'm choked. My boss sent me a text message saying COVID caused budget cuts and my position got canceled. Edmund, that sucks, man. Remind me what job you did, Edmund, and I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope you can land on your feet pretty soon. I'm really sorry to hear. Really sorry to hear of anyone losing their job because of COVID. That's right, Transit Police. You told me that. Thank you. HSM Fangirl, how did you react when Dan Hamhuis signed with the Canucks in 2010? Yeah, no, I was very happy about that. When Hamhuis signed in 2010, I thought that was a really good pickup because I knew how good he was. He was just entering the prime of his career as a D-man, right? Sometimes they mature a little later than forwards. And I thought he had a great run with the Canucks. So I was very happy when we signed Hamhuis because I knew he was one of the big free agent signings for the entire league. Jarhead says 94 Canucks run was my grad year. Yep. Jamie. Hey Clay, Jagger's the oldest player, but he's an awesome player. Yeah, he is great. He's tall, good reach, great offense, and very determined. I liked him. Rob, what about GM? I'd say Pat Quinn. Yeah, TSN named Pat Quinn and Mike Gillis as the best GMs. I like Mike Gillis. I love Pat Quinn, big Irishman, but I like Mike Gillis because I like the way he thought outside the box and did everything he could to help the Canucks win that year. Pat Quinn was very loyal, very feisty, defended his players to the end, so can't go wrong with either. So Pat Quinn or Mike Gillis. Edmund, yeah, and Pat Quinn, God rest his soul, my all-time favorite coach. Yeah, he was a good coach too. Edmund, I was working for Transit Police. Yes, Jarhead, our grad ceremony was during game 1. All the teachers were listening to it on the radio secretly. That's funny. So what do you mean secretly? Did they wear like an earbud while the ceremony is going on, or did they have a transition radio or a transistor radio or whatever? That's really funny, Jarhead. What high school did you go to? Did you grow up here in BC, in Vancouver? Let me know. Edmund, at the time, no one complained when Gillis gave out no trade clauses and when the team wasn't contenders anymore. It really hurt the rebuild, I think. Yeah. So Edmund, that's a good point. Gillis will be known for building that team to win now. He was also known for really not leaving the cupboard stocked when it came to draft picks, and yes, giving away no trade clauses. So I think if the Canucks had won, no one would be complaining because at least we'd have our Stanley Cup. Jarhead, When we got out of Queen Elizabeth, we didn't know we won. We heard all the honking and then someone yelling, Adam scored. Everybody started celebrating. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth Theater, that's where my grad was as well. JV Sports Talk, I have two of my favorite NHL coaches, Pat Quinn and Mark Crawford. Yep, Quinn was good, and Mark Crawford was very good too as well. A very, feisty, defended his players for sure. Earbud went to Gladstone, very good. Gladstone, very good. Jamie's, and I also like AV, me too. Michael, I wish the Canucks won the Stanley Cup in 2011. Yeah, me too. I think everyone on here would agree with you, Michael. It's a painful memory. I truly am over it, but yes, of course, I was there at the game, as you guys know, Game 7. I would have loved to see the Canucks win that night, absolutely. Edmund, I would say Gillis was great at getting free agents, but his drafting wasn't great. Yeah, that's very fair, Edmund. Like I said, he was good at signing free agents, building the team, thinking outside the box, but he didn't leave the cupboards that stocked McKinnon's prospects. And then Alfred says, for sure. Edmund says, still stings 2011 and 1994. Yeah, So I've been old enough for the 3 Vancouver Canucks Stanley Cup appearances. 1982, where they got swept by the New York Islanders. 1994, Game 7, New York Rangers. 2011, Game 7 against the Boston Bruins. Okay, I'll ask one more question. We'll answer this, and then we can call it an early one tonight because not a lot of people on tonight, which is fine. And okay, which of the Cups runs were the Canucks much closer to the Canucks? I think, you get to Game 7. They're both so close. The Rangers game, I think they only lost by 1 goal. So by nature of the game, they were closer to win in 94, although I think they were certainly the underdog. Reverse in 2011, they were the favorite to win over Boston, yet the Game 7 wasn't that close after the second period, right? The final score is 4-0. So it depends which way you want to look at it for sure. Ryan, I golf Cedar Hill on Tuesday. Wednesday, play Cordova Bay, and today Mount Douglas Golf Course. I'm sore, though, not golfing tomorrow or Saturday, but even Sundays. Well, 4 golf matches in 6 days is pretty good life. That's good. So enjoy while you're, enjoy it while you can. Closer to the cup. Yep. Edmund 94 was much special, had more memorable moments. Much more, not much. Huh? Oh, was more special, had more memorable moments. Yeah, it's tough to say. I think a lot of people might not remember 94. And 2011, though, it's tricky because 94, they're underdog. 2011, they were supposed to win. How did Bieksa join the Canucks? I was too young to remember. Bieksa, Ryan Kessler, and Alex Burrows all came up through the Manitoba Moose, through the farm system. So they were bred as Vancouver Canucks. I don't know. I can't remember when and where Bieksa was drafted, but all 3, Burrows wasn't drafted and Kessler was. But all 3 guys were within 1 year of each other. They came up through Manitoba, 2004, 2005. Kessler got caught up first. Then Burrows and Bieksa got caught up the year after. And 3 huge secondary pieces of that amazing 2011 team. So yes, that's how Bieksa joined. Jamie, hey, I like Jim Benning. He's an awesome job as our GM. Yeah, a lot of people like Jim Benning. A lot of people don't. This Judd Brackett situation is driving some people crazy. So we'll see. Now the narrative today is why isn't... if Judd Brackett's the one leaking all this, or someone close to Judd Brackett is leaking all this news out, why haven't the Canucks done anything to counter? Because people are saying that the Canucks don't look that good right now. Edmund, BX had best story and how Burke was a favorite of his. I can't remember that story, so if you want to share it, BX, that's Edmund, that's fine. Ryan, my golf game still sucks, so that's comforting since last time. Yeah, my golf game's not too good. I have decent off the tee, putting's okay. My short game is horrible. My short game is really, really bad. HSM Fangirl, why do you think Willie got fired as head coach of the Canucks? Yeah, 3 years, made the playoffs in his first year, then 2 years, and then the team just looked too stale. And I think Willie was making some weird choices, playing Jason Megna, Michael Chaput all the time. So I think, 1 year making the playoffs and 2 years not even close. I think 3 years, that was enough. Although Travis Green is coming on in his 3rd year. But I think he's made great strides with the team. So I just think for Willie, they knew they weren't going to make it that far with him. Oh, he punched Fedorov and Burke. That's right. I remember that, Edmund. Thank you, Rob. Round 5, number 151 overall, 2001, Kevin Bieksa. Thank you for looking that up, Rob. So 5th round, 2001. Salty saying, hey, Salty, thanks for watching the video today. Steel Dog 151, Bowling Green for KB3. Very good. Thank you. You guys remember that. I didn't like Tortorella as coach. I didn't mind him until he stormed the Calgary Flames dressing room, and then the season went downhill from there. Hey, Clay, and Rob says you're welcome. All right, one question, answer this one, and then we'll call it an early one tonight. I just put a poll up on Twitter. I'm going to answer this in my vlog tomorrow, so I'd love to know, of the Canucks defensemen, of their blue line prospects, who are you most excited about between the 4 D men? Here they go. Here we go. Olli Juolevi, Jack Rathbone, Brogan Rafferty, and Jet Wu. So let's try that again. Of the 4 D-men, the 4 prospect D-men between Olli Juolevi, Jack Rathbone, Brogan Rafferty, and Jet Wu, who are you most excited about and why? Yeah, I see a lot of great names, but tell me your reason, because I might use some of these reasons in my vlog tomorrow. At least give me something to think about. So we have Rafferty, Juolevi, Jet Wu. I like Travis Green. He's awesome as a coach. Yeah, I like Travis Green as well. How did Mason Raymond become a Canuck? That's a good question. I have a feeling Mason Raymond got traded, but someone could look that up if they have time. But yeah, tell me why, between Wu, Rathbone, Rafferty, and Juolevi, which Canucks prospect, D-man prospect, are you most excited about and why? So we got Wu because he could be a great player here. Ryan, Rafferty, and Oli and Wu, 3 of the 4 I'm excited about. So no Rathbone, although some would say Rathbone is the most exciting. Rob, I've seen Jet play versus Victoria Royals. Very cool. Alfred, he was drafted by the Canucks. We're talking about Raymond. Okay, that's cool. Rathbone because he plays like a modern D-man. Yeah, Jarhead, I think that's what a lot of people are talking about, that he's a really, really good skater. You know, Rathbone, a good skater. Juolevi, kind of a stay-at-home type guy that we're kind of worried about his injury. Jet Wu, a throwback, right? A rough and tumble type guy. And then Brogan Rafferty, a little older, right? 25 years old. And maybe he's the most ready to play because he's probably the one that's going to make the team next season. I think Juolevi, he was considered the best D-man draft at the time, so let's see if we can prove it. Yeah, you do have to be patient with D-men, but Juolevi's got to show something pretty soon, right? That's been 2016. We're coming up on 5 years now. Jarhead, not sure if he signs. About Rathbone, yeah, that's true. And then Steel Dog says Brogan Rafferty. Okay, so we got votes for all 4 guys there. Yeah, if you look on Twitter, it's actually interesting. I just see if I can pull it up here. Right now, the poll is very, very close, actually. So I just posted it a couple hours ago, and right now, yeah, here it is. So I posted it 2 hours ago, and it's got 500 votes on Twitter, and it's very close. 29% Rafferty, 28% Rathbone, 26% Juolevi, and 17 Jet Wu. So again, 29 Rafferty, 28 Rathbone, 26 Juolevi, 17 Wu. So everyone within 12 percentage points of each other, and Rafferty and Rathbone are only 1% away from each other. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty close. So that's what I'll be vlogging about tomorrow morning for sure. Hey Clay, on Monday, where are you doing your live, Facebook or Instagram? Jamie, I haven't decided yet. And not even sure I'm going to do it on Monday, given that it's Victoria Day, and I might have people over, at least family over that day. So not sure yet, but it was interesting. On Instagram, I had more people want to come on, and they all talked about Canucks, whereas on Facebook, I had less people want to come on, but way higher viewership and way higher engagement in the comments. So I'm going to figure out which one I'm going to do. Still, like the Brogue Dangles, okay? So Brogan Rafferty, Rob Mason, round 2, 51st overall by Vancouver. Yeah, second rounder, good. HSM Fangirl, what do you think the NHL's testing protocol for COVID be? Yeah, that's tough to say, HSM Fangirl. It could be, obviously daily testing or multiple times a week testing. It's going to be changes to the way you do locker room, everything. But one thing really interesting is I've heard word like a disease expert was saying you could do stuff like full face shields for players, no fighting, no scrum. So as soon as the whistle's done, no, you can't congregate and start pushing and shoving. That's tough because guys are going to get away with cheap stuff, but that's one thing they can look at. So that's 3. And then coaches, less coaches on the bench as well. So a lot of things they can consider, but I think the one thing, and Sat said this in my interview today too, is the NHL's trying. They're unearthing every stone. They're trying to keep all their options open, and I'm not closing the door on any options right now. So it'll be fascinating to follow this story as it continues to go. And Ryan says, I'm going to buy new golf clubs in the next month. That's awesome, Ryan. Okay, great interview with Sat. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, so I'm going to end this early, but if you still want to see more Clay content for whatever reason, check out my interview that I did with Sat Shaw from today, and I think you won't be disappointed. I'll just finish these off. Hey, Jamie, please us know. So please let you know. We'll join you in Facebook or Instagram. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for the stream. Have a good night. You're welcome, Rob and Edmund. UFC has set the blueprint, so I'm excited. Yes, UFC has already done a major pay-per-view and a fight night already. So they will, they can definitely. They're showing that it can be done. And Alfred, great seeing you again as well. Jaria, take it easy. Yeah, actually, everyone say bye now because what's cool? Block them. Block who? Steele? Who am I supposed to block? What's really funny is usually I start my goodbye, you guys write all the goodbye messages, and then I press end, and I don't get a chance to reply. So this is gonna look really weird, but as I'm doing my sign off, and as you're saying goodbye, I will say thank you for watching once again. Subscribe if you like to, but I think you are. Like this video if you like to. I always appreciate the thumbs up. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be talking about those 4 D-men, Rafferty, Rathbone, Wu, and Ulevi. Looking forward to that. And then I'm looking forward to a busy weekend at the church, but that's good because I don't have any studying to do right now. So thank you for joining me. I know you could be doing anything else, working, studying, sleeping, watching Netflix, whatever it may be, playing video games. So I appreciate that you stuck in with me here. And I'll just see all these, take it easy, block them, have a good night, stay safe. Isn't it NASCAR back? Maybe NXT TakeOver in-house. Very good, and good night, Clay. Okay, that's awesome. So my friends, thank you for watching tonight. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a great night. I will catch up with you soon. I'm likely gonna still stream on Sunday night despite the long weekend, and then look for my vlog on the Prospect D-Men tomorrow. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Good night.